Good Tuesday afternoon. Meteorologist Ed Valley here with a quick analysis video talking about some of the changes with this storm system and what we're seeing out there now and where we're going to go here over the next 6 to 12, even 24 hours. So, starting off here, taking a look at the radar, we have snow falling across the southern tier of PA. I've seen a report of almost 5 inches of snow in Somerset. I've seen reports of 3 to 5 inches in northern Maryland into far southern Pennsylvania. I've seen reports of heavy sleet and freezing rain in Newark, Delaware, as well as some mixed precipitation from Philly to Wilmington down into DC and Baltimore as well. Now, as we move forward, there's a ton of dry air off to our north here across northern New England, and you know it's going to be very difficult for this snow to move any further north than where it is now. It's going to hit a wall. It's already hit a wall, and it's actually going to dissipate as this primary low pressure system actually starts to weaken, and a secondary low pressure system forms off of the Delaware coast here. That will allow yet another band of snow to form and push into the I-80 corridor, getting into New York City, and then eventually into southern and southeastern New England here as we get through the day tomorrow. Now, the upper level pattern in this system is interesting. We have this large scale ascent, upward motion ahead of this storm during the day tomorrow. We're going to have a lot of warm air advection. That's going to couple with some of the lift in the atmosphere, and that's going to allow for a fairly steady band of snow, I think, to develop by the afternoon hours from DC to Philly, maybe even Allentown, New York City, and then eventually into southern New England as well. It's a very complex forecast. I'm using the Nepm model here just for a timing purpose. I think it has a decent handle on the timing of the features. The exact placement is still a bit uncertain, but we'll get to that here in just 1 second. So, during the afternoon today, this is 5 p.m. Notice as we get into the evening hours, this is by midnight. The fairly robust area of precipitation has all but vanished here as it runs into very dry air to the north, very chilly air to the north as well, in the teens and 20s across central and northern New England and most of New York State. Now, as we get into the overnight hours, that secondary area of low pressure is going to get ready to impact the region here as we get into late in the day or late in the night on Tuesday night. And here is just about 7 a.m. Notice that steady band of snow now developing across New York City down into DC and Baltimore. Could be mixing with a little bit of sleet at times in DC and Baltimore just for a time, but I think by later tomorrow morning, it's all snow from DC to Baltimore. Any mixed precipitation will change over to snow from west to east during the afternoon hours, and then heavy snow is possible during the afternoon from DC, Baltimore, Philly, all the way up into southern New England here. But notice the sharp cutoff. This green is actually just virga falling from the sky likely here by the afternoon across central and northern New England. And as that system gets going here this afternoon or tomorrow afternoon, snow will rotate into eastern New England as well, ending from west to east across the mid-Atlantic. Now, it will take a while to end. This is by 2 a.m. Notice it's still snowing Jersey Shore to New England, and it'll slowly shut off by the morning commute on Thursday morning. But it's going to take some time here. So let's run through some of the data. These snowfall maps at 10 to 1 are going to be overdone, but they usually do a decent job of identifying who could see a little bit more snow. Notice this model highlights south central PA and then actually on Long Island as well. So that's something to keep in mind. The regional Canadian model, this model's been doing pretty well. This is likely overdone again. This is the 10 to 1 snowfall map. It's showing a local maximum, though, in southeastern PA, central New Jersey, down towards Wilmington, and even into Baltimore. That, I think, makes sense, especially where it does stay all snow closer to the Mason-Dixon line here, and then potentially into central Jersey as well. We also just we got in our midday GFS data as well. Similar local maximum here from central Jersey westward to southeastern PA and northeastern Maryland. And then the new European just came out. This model is a little bit further south with pretty much everything, only giving 3 to 5 inches of snow to southern New England, but it does have that local maximum across the state of Maryland, up into the southern tier of Pennsylvania here, and then over into central Jersey. Notice the sharp cutoff near New York City, and into southern New England. That's something that we've been kind of discussing here in past videos. And with that said, I did update the snowfall map here to illustrate some of the short-term changes here. I went with an 8 to 14 band from essentially just southwest of New York City all the way down into the northern suburbs of DC, and then into the Shenandoah Valley as well, where we're looking like a pretty decent snowstorm. If I had to, circle an area where I think the most snow will fall, this is a tough question to answer, but with the banding and whatnot. But generally speaking, I think that area, it's somewhere in here. It's going to be tough to say whether it's here or back in here. It's going to be tough to tell, but somewhere in this area, likely a foot or more of snow is possible. Notice southern New England, 5 to 8 inches. This could actually verify a little bit tighter of a gradient here. We're going to have to fine tune that in the coming days, or the coming hours, excuse me. But the trend is definitely less, I think, across southern New England. General 5 to 8 inches, I think, should do it. And again, the Mid-Atlantic seeing the most from this system. So that's all I have for this update. Have a great day, and we'll talk to you soon.